Hello, welcome to another edition of The Daily. I'm Samantha Yarock here with Simon Borg. And while Simon, the U.S. Open Cup final is set, we're going to see DC take on RSL. And I would have to say the big surprise here, DC.
Absolutely, Samantha. I mean, they go into Chicago. They haven't beaten an MLS team on the road all year, and they do it in a cup semifinal. They did it against Chicago, but they had accomplices along the way. They had a little help. Sean Johnson, goalkeeper for the Chicago Fire, bumped a little bit by Luis Silva, that catalyst again for DC United. Ball springs loose. De Rosario puts it in. They're up at halftime. And after halftime, Nick De Leon taking a shot deflected by Joe Limper. It wrong foots Sean Johnson. DC up 2-0. And they see the game out, although Chicago really pounding at the door. Joe Willis with some shaky moments in goal for DC, but they hold on, and they're going to Rio Tinto Stadium, where Real Salt Lake were outshot and outpossessed by the Portland Timbers. The Timbers having some great chances, but Nick Rimando standing on his head once again, stopping a sure goal by Will Johnson just before halftime, but they make 2 goals. Stand up. Alvaro Saborio in the first half, a great header. João Plata off the bench with a beauty off a layoff from Saborio. And Real Salt Lake going to the final, and they're going to be big favorites against DC.
And it will be their first appearance in a U.S. Open Cup final, while DC will be making their 5th. You can catch that game on October 1st at Rio Tinto Stadium. Moving on to CONCACAF Champions League, last night we saw the MLS teams enter the tournament. Montreal Impact and Sporting Kansas City getting off on the right foot.
Absolutely, especially Montreal, Samantha. They were at home against the San Jose Earthquakes, a fellow MLS team, the only all-MLS matchup we'll see in the group stage, and they come away with the 1-0 win. They survived an early penalty kick. This was really the turning point in the game. 11th minute, Alan Gordon watches his weak shot saved by goalkeeper Evan Bush, and then Montreal took advantage. Hernan Bernardello, the new designated player for the Impact, serving the ball up in the box, and Hassoun Kamara with the header. That goal is all they needed. Hernan Bernardello, though, having a tremendous game in the middle of the field. He was all the talk after the game. So Montreal getting off on the right foot, and so did Sporting Kansas City away in Nicaragua. A comfortable 2-0 win against Real Esteli. They had the luxury of fielding several reserves in this one, and the reserves got the goals for them. Aiko Para with a big-time header in the box, and then Dom Dwyer scoring a goal that we're used to seeing him score with Orlando City. And Sporting Kansas City with their first win in international competition since 2002. So it's been a long time coming for Sporting.
Well, you can catch the final 2 MLS teams that are in CCL play, LA and Houston, on August 20th, and we'll have more leading up to these games on MLSsoccer.com. Well, the MLS transfer window closes today. Simon, this is it. Teams need to make their final moves. Which teams are still in this mix?
Well, the 2 teams in the news, Samantha, are the Colorado Rapids and Toronto FC. Colorado, they've been on the heels of Gabriel Torres, Panamanian forward, one of the top scorers at the Gold Cup, and they really could use his services. They're one of the lower scoring teams among the top 5 in the Western Conference. They are the lowest scoring, and they've already played more games than everyone else. So they want to up that total. Gabriel Torres would really help in that regard. And then Toronto, they continue their rebuilding project. They talk about bringing a few more international players into the mix. They've already had a couple international signings in recent weeks, but there's the name of Maximiliano Urruti that's been bandied about for now a couple of months. He's an Argentine forward who would really help them. It's a team, Toronto, that really struggles to score goals. He would be a key signing. We'll see if they get it done before the window closes.
Well, be sure to tune in to ETR today, where you guys will be following all of these transfers, and you're going to have a guest from Colorado to talk specifically about their possible transfer before the deadline closes. You can still vote for AT&T's Goal of the Week and Save of the Week until midnight tonight Pacific time. Be sure to do that. And that's all we have for The Daily today. We'll be back tomorrow.